Imagine a machine capable of flying faster than any missile ever built. A sleek, black aircraft slicing through the upper atmosphere at over Mach 6 more than 4,600 miles per hour, rendering every air defense system on Earth obsolete. This is not science fiction. This is SR-72 Darkstar, the rumored successor to the legendary SR-71 Blackbird. A phantom in the skies, cloaked not just in stealth technology, but in government secrecy. And if it's real, the SR-72 could redefine the very nature of global warfare. The legacy of the Blackbird. To understand the significance of the SR-72, we have to go back to its legendary predecessor. The SR-71 Blackbird, developed during the Cold War by Lockheed Martin's Skunk Works, was a marvel of aerospace engineering. With a top speed of Mach 3.3 and the ability to fly at altitudes above 85,000 feet, the Blackbird was untouchable. No missile ever fired at it managed to hit its target. But by 1998, the SR-71 was retired, leaving the United States without a true high-speed reconnaissance aircraft. For years, that capability gap remained unfilled, until whispers of a new project began to surface. The rise of the Phantom. In 2013, Lockheed Martin officially revealed the concept of the SR-72, a hypersonic aircraft being developed by the same Skunk Works team behind the SR-71. Unlike its predecessor, the SR-72 was designed not just for reconnaissance, but also for precision strike missions. It would fly at Mach 6, twice the speed of the SR-71, and potentially carry advanced weapon systems, including hypersonic missiles or kinetic energy projectiles. But here's where the mystery deepens. Beyond a few concept images and vague statements, almost no verifiable information has been released. No prototype has been shown, no official tests have been confirmed. The SR-72, if it exists, lives entirely in the shadows. A breakthrough in propulsion. The key to the SR-72's unprecedented speed lies in its engine, a turbine-based combined cycle TBCC propulsion system. This hybrid engine integrates a conventional turbine jet engine with a ramjet or scramjet, allowing the aircraft to take off like a normal jet, then transition to hypersonic speeds at altitude. This combination solves a problem that has plagued hypersonic technology for decades: how to accelerate smoothly from runway takeoff to Mach 6 without needing a rocket booster. With this system, the SR-72 could operate from standard airfields, reach any point on the globe in minutes, and strike before an enemy even has time to react. Challenges in developing. Developing the SR-72 Darkstar poses an enormous technological challenge for the United States. The first hurdle is its TBCC propulsion system, which combines a traditional jet engine with a scramjet. Seamlessly transitioning between these two modes from subsonic to hypersonic speeds remains one of the most complex problems in aerospace engineering. The second challenge is the extreme heat generated at Mach 6, requiring the use of ultra-high temperature resistant materials that are difficult to manufacture and maintain. Third, manual control at hypersonic speeds is impossible, meaning the SR-72 must rely entirely on AI and autonomous flight systems, something that has yet to be tested in real-world combat conditions. Aerodynamically, flying at Mach 6 demands near-perfect precision. Even the slightest design error could lead to total structural failure. Lastly, the project demands absolute secrecy, relying on black budget funding and testing at classified sites like Area 51. Darkstar in movies and reality? In 2022, Top Gun: Maverick featured a hypersonic test aircraft called Darkstar, piloted by Tom Cruise's character. The design was so realistic that rumors began to spread. Was this Hollywood fantasy, or a subtle nod to a real classified project? It turns out Lockheed Martin collaborated directly with the filmmakers, helping to design Darkstar based on real Skunk Works concepts. Aviation experts noted the design's aerodynamic realism, and the silence from the Pentagon only fueled speculation. Could this fictional aircraft actually be based on the real SR-72? Was Top Gun a way to introduce the idea to the public without officially confirming it? This strategic game changer. If the SR-72 does exist, it could transform US military strategy overnight. A plane flying at Mach 6 could gather intelligence from anywhere in the world in minutes, penetrate deep into hostile airspace without being intercepted, launch surgical strikes with hypersonic speed and devastating accuracy. It would render many current air defense systems, including Russia's SR-71 and China's HQ-9, practically useless. It would allow for preemptive strikes against nuclear or military installations with zero warning. And most of all, it would become a psychological weapon keeping America's adversaries in a constant state of uncertainty and fear. Secrets, speculation, and the black budget. Despite the increasing buzz around hypersonic technology, the US government has remained conspicuously silent about the SR-72. No confirmations, no denials. This silence has only fueled theories. Some believe the aircraft has already been built and tested, possibly at the infamous Area 51 or other black sites. Others point to the Pentagon's black budget, classified military spending not disclosed to the public, as a likely source of funding. If true, the SR-72 may not be a future concept. It may already be flying, watching, waiting. Why the silence? There's a strategic reason to keep the SR-72 a secret. Admitting its existence would force the US to acknowledge a major leap in military capability, possibly triggering a new arms race. More importantly, secrecy creates uncertainty. It keeps adversaries guessing. It allows America to hold a trump card, ready to play when the time is right. In modern warfare, knowledge is power, but ignorance is fear. And fear, in the right hands, is a weapon of mass deterrence. So is the SR-72 Darkstar real, or is it a masterstroke of strategic deception, a phantom meant to frighten enemies without ever needing to fly? Maybe it's both. The truth may not be known for years. But one thing is certain, if the SR-72 is real, it's not just a plane. It's a message, a silent declaration that America still rules the skies, even when no one sees it coming. What do you think? Has the US already built the Darkstar? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more deep military analysis.